Hey, what's up, Cancer? Welcome to the channel. It's Robin here with AriesFireTarot. So guys, I'm getting ready to do a new month read, and this is going to be for May 2020. And I'm going to be using the Witch's Tarot. And if this is your first time here, guys, I blast through the intro so we can get right to your reading. So general reading for your sign based on the energy available at the time I do the reading. But I'm always interested to know, guys, like, what's your favorite card and what was the thing that resonated with you the most? So let me know down below in the comments. And I just wanted to advise you guys that, you know, if you're subscribing or if you're a current subscriber, tapping the notification bell, you'll just be sure to see my videos when I post them, because I've had a lot of you saying, Robin, like, your videos aren't coming out on my timeline right now. And that's because I think there's like 400 hours of content posted to YouTube every minute. So just wanted to throw that helpful tip out there. So we're going to look at your first card. It says, take a closer look at this. I'll do a deck cut for you, Cancer. Like, can't get away from the High Priestess here. So the High Priestess, she really is, she's very intuitive energy, and she's a bit of a trailblazer, and she does lead with her heart. But I'm seeing here that you guys need to protect yourself a little bit more. Like, really engage through your heart, but make sure that your brain is around to protect you. You know, sometimes your heart can lead you in the wrong direction, but I feel like there's a little bit of confusion for you guys. You know, I feel like you know that something's wrong, but you're not really listening to it. And you're doing something despite getting the message from your higher self, from the High Priestess. I think you might be getting like the spidey senses that something is off, and for whatever reason, you're not paying attention to it. So you're being guided here with the High Priestess card to take a closer look at that, and know that when you get those sensations, that's your higher self going, hello, you know, pay attention to this, take a closer look at that, you know. So you're really being asked to have a look at the intention behind what it is you're doing, and to trust your gut, trust your heart, like, trust those warning signals that are coming in on your body. I mean, those are just the same as like your dashboard in a car where things are lighting up. Hey, check the oil. Hey, check the engine. That's what those sensations in your body are for. So the second card we're going to look at, guys, is don't worry so much about this. Interesting. So we have the Three of Wands. So are you worried about what's going to happen in the future? Are you worried about what is going to happen if you call somebody out? You know, and how's that for my Canadian accent coming right into the reading? Like, what are you worried about here with the Three of Wands? Like, you're looking off into the distance instead of at the present moment, and that's only going to trip you up a little bit. Your goals should be your goals, but to stand and stare at them and wondering about the fallout of the present moment and trying to select all your possible timelines, like, what action can you take right now for your highest possible timeline? And then keep on moving, you know, like, don't absorb yourself with looking at the rest of your journey. Don't worry about it. You know, it's going to happen in its own way. You cannot possibly know the course that the universe is going to put you on to get to your goal. So you set your goal and go on about your business, and you got to listen to the warning lights, the warning signs, you know, those feelings that your body is giving you. The next card's very interesting. It says, beware of this danger. So you have the Strength card, and have a look at how the Lion is. Like, in most of the cards, the Lion is really, like, he's at least awake, you know, and he's usually walking very powerfully. So don't let somebody lull you into a false sense of security, especially if somebody has pulled one over on you in the past. The best predictor of current or future behavior from somebody is their past behavior, and people don't generally change overnight. So that could be what is going on here with the High Priestess, she could be giving you warning signals about this person that is, maybe they don't have your best interest at heart. Maybe they have their own best interest at heart through them. And I've seen this in a previous reading for you guys where you need to cut somebody off. But I think you're worried about that person more than you are yourself for whatever reason. But I'm seeing that come through here again, you guys. Like, don't close your eyes. Like, you know, don't let yourself be scratched behind the ears and, you know, you're like, okay, well, that's cool. I'm just going to have a nap and forget all about it. And you do whatever you want to do. Be careful, you know, and you're probably getting the signals when this is happening. So, like, mind that. So hold tight to this, you guys. This is really interesting. So I want you to check this out. You've got the Three of Wands and the Eight of Cups, and they're basically in the same position. So there's something that you need to finish. There's some cycle that you need to complete right now, which is why you shouldn't be staring so far off into the distance with the Three of Wands. You're being held here for a reason. You're not a hostage. There's some cycle that you need to complete. There's probably somebody that you need to confront a little bit. You have to learn to stand in your positivity and defend yourself a little bit better, and to probably put somebody in their place and put them on their path before you can advance on yours. Because I think the way that you believe that you're helping somebody is for their highest good, but it's not. It's holding them back and it's holding you back. So understand that there's a lesson for you to learn here, and it's going to take a little bit more strength from you, and the strength is here, but you're ignoring it. You're what is the word I'm looking for? You're being pacified by somebody. You know, it's just, you're being lulled into a false sense of security by someone. And I don't think they have the highest intention for you, but you have a higher intention for them. So this situation does need to be resolved, and then you can start like moving forward. I really think you're going to be held here, and it's going to be like a repeating pattern over and over and over again, and you're going to wonder why this keeps on going. And like, for the most part, it's because you're allowing it. So let's see, learn to appreciate this, you guys. So you have the Seven of Cups here. So you guys have a zillion options out there, and you have to focus on them. You know, you've got the Seven of Cups, and you can see how every single cup has got something different in it. So it's here for you to pursue. But again, I mean, here you are. You know, and I don't know, I really feel like some of you are paying other people's bills. You're just doing all this other stuff for somebody. I feel like they have some sort of emotional stranglehold on you, and all they have to do is sort of play that old tune again, and you're like, yeah, okay, well, and you're probably being counseled by somebody else. And from this card here, it could be a Leo. You know, you could be just sort of like, oh, it's fine, everything's fine, but you're being played, and I've seen this before. So you have to really appreciate that there's your own road to walk. You have your own journey, and your journey is not to let somebody else emotionally manipulate you into following their journey, because it's not helping either one of you. So the next card is going to show you what to stop pursuing. So you've got the Nine of Cups, which is really interesting. So I think for some of you, you could be sidetracking yourself a little bit with, you know, social gatherings. Some of you could be, I don't know. I'm really getting the sense that some of you could be like partaking in something or other to distract you a little bit. It's really fascinating. Like, there's some sort of emotional outlet that I think many of you could be using to not, basically like to dodge the bullet of confronting somebody that is, they're fully capable of standing on their own 2 feet, but for some reason you're not letting them, or you don't want them to. So this says to stop pursuing all this fun stuff and really address what's going on in your life, because honestly, The universe will keep on presenting you with the lesson until you learn it, and it might not always be the same person. You know, you could eliminate somebody, but if you haven't addressed the underlying emotional entanglement behind it, then it's going to come up again. And you might want to bury it with, I don't know, a couple cocktails, or if you're a smoker, or if you like to eat when you're anxious, or work out too much, or shop, you could get really sidetracked. And by doing that, like, you're doing it intentionally, so you don't have to look at what's going on over here. Like, if I don't look at it too closely, then it doesn't really exist. So, and then you just wake up and it's gonna be like sort of Groundhog Day every single day. And if you haven't seen that movie, please do, because it's hysterical. So seek this, you guys. The Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is like just basically getting away with what you've got left intact. You know, sometimes you're going to have to leave something behind, you know? And if you're going to hurt somebody's feelings, sometimes you're going to have to do that too. And maybe that's the uncomfortable truth that you're not wanting to face here, is that if you tell somebody, and I feel like we just had the same reading like maybe a month ago, and you guys are like kind of continuing to do it. But it's really time for you to, I think there's some weird attachment for you too, and maybe it helps you feel like you're needed, but you're needed for yourself, you know? So like, and again, you've got somebody on their journey here, and you're being held back. It's like there's this umbilical cord between you and somebody else, and you're afraid to sever it. Like, this person is always going to be in your life. They might be uncomfortable with you for a little while. They might not be very pleased with you. But again, like, you're being tied to this time and place by that connection. And you both need to be severed so you can like float away on your own journey. There's something really important you guys need to stop looking the other way on and take care of it so that you can feel fulfilled. And I really believe that what you're seeing is fulfilling you. It's not. It's dragging you down. It's like the opposite. It's like, I don't know. It's like through the looking glass. And I think what you're doing to help resolve it is the exact opposite of what you should be doing. So instead of swooping in, you should be releasing. Okay, well, this is a very complex reading, and I'm gonna let you guys figure that out a little bit on your own, but you have to really look at this situation where you're tied to somebody, and why are you doing that? Like, who is it serving anymore? So anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up and wish you guys a great day ahead. Take care. Bye.